Hello artist, welcome to art class with Mrs. A. Today I'm going to teach you how to do this watercolor painting outlined with washable markers, and it also has a sprinkle of salt. If you don't have watercolor paints, you can do this as a drawing as well. I have created many different versions of koi fish paintings and drawings. All of them, the koi fish, are very simplified and you're looking down on them as if you're looking into a pond. I use different colors for the koi fish, and I have a variety of different color backgrounds and different designs, such as flowers or doilies or lily pads. I'm going to show you how I draw my koi fish. You can use whatever colors you'd like and be creative with the background. What I love about koi fish is that there are so many different kinds. There are over 100 varieties of koi. Each variety has its own coloration and scale type, which makes them really fun to draw and paint. You can even use artistic license and make up your own koi fish. Artistic license means an artist is accorded leeway in his or her interpretation of something and is not held strictly accountable for its accuracy. So you don't need to make the koi fish look like one you've seen. Begin with pencil. Remember to draw lightly in case you need to erase anything. First, draw the body of the koi fish. The larger rounded part is the head. So you'll draw two fins coming off the side. And remember, I draw my koi fish looking from above. So you'll draw the fin on the back. Now I'm drawing over it so you can see it better. Now let's draw our first lily pad. They kind of look like a Pac-Man. The lily pad is on top of the koi fish or above the koi fish when you're looking down at it because they float on the top of the water. So it overlaps the koi fish if the koi fish is swimming underneath it. So notice how the tip of the fin is underneath the lily pad. So here's another one being overlapped by the lily pad. So the lily pad is going over the koi fish. Now I'm going to play the video faster, so if you need to pause it, you can. So I'm drawing multiple koi fish, swimming different directions, and notice how the lily pads, the little V opening, none of them are facing the same direction. Now it's time to paint. I'm going to be painting with watercolors, and I'm going to sprinkle salt on top of the blue area. So first I'm going to paint the blue area. I'm kind of using a lot of water so that when I add other blues, they bleed into the lighter blue background. That's called wet on wet. And while it's wet, you need to sprinkle the salt on if you want to use that. So I sprinkled salt on. I'm painting one section at a time so that I can make sure it's wet when I'm blending and also when I put the salt on. Now you're going to want to wait for the water to dry and then shake the salt off before you paint the rest of the artwork. Notice how I painted the blue background with many wavy lines to represent moving water. Next, I'm going to paint the koi fish because I'm painting in layers. So the lowest layer would be the water, the next would be the koi fish, and on the very top would be the lily pads. You can paint your koi fish the same colors as I am, or you could look at photos of real koi fish and try to match their patterns, or you can make up your own koi fish and use artistic license. If you're using watercolor and want to have any white areas on your koi fish, like this koi fish I'm painting right now, you will need to leave the white of the paper to represent the white. Now I'm painting my last koi fish. It's mostly going to be white, so I'm leaving that white and I'm adding the orange and red spots across it. Notice the fine lines in the tail and the fin. I was painting directly onto a dry area so you can get finer lines and the colors don't bleed. If you want your colors to bleed together, like in these lily pads, you want it to be a little wet, just like you did with the background. It's up to you if you want to outline everything and go over your pencil lines. I'm using washable markers. You can also use permanent markers. If you use washable markers like Crayola, make sure that your painting is completely dry. You can outline it with black if you want or different colors. So I outlined some of the fish with black so you can see what it looks like and some with different colors just so you could see what it looked like. You can also do this as an oil pastel or crayon watercolor resist where you draw everything with crayon or oil pastel before you paint and the paint will not cover up those lines. I can't wait to see your artwork.